Okay, this is all the ingredients I'm going to use to make the pasteles de arroz. 2 cups of long grain rice. I have it in here in this bowl, and exactly 2 cups. Okay, and you can use medium rice if you like. I never wash my rice, but if you want to wash it, go ahead and wash it and drain the water. And then I make this is pork stew, but you can make any stew you make, chicken stew, anything you're gonna fill this, that's what you're going to use. So I'm going to measure 2 cups of the juice from my pork stew. And in here I have a strainer. It's important you have a strainer because you don't want no part of like meat or stuff like that to go to the other, So make sure you use the strainer. Am I using practically 2.5 cups of liquid? I add an extra half in there. And the liquid is hot, but it doesn't matter, okay? So I'm going to stir this. And then I'm going to add some color. 1 envelope of sazon. This is con culantro y achiote. And I'm going to let this set for an hour or two. And the rice is uncooked, okay? You don't have to cook the rice. So I'm going to go ahead and add another cup of water. In total, I add 2 cups of rice and 3 cups of the liquid, okay? Going to stir and let it set for an hour. Now in here I have plantain. This is a green plantain. Remember, the plantain is the green one, the big one, because we also have the bananas, but the plantain is a little bit bigger than bananas and has to be green. So I'm going to remove the skin and I'm going to shred it. You can use a grater, or you can put it in the food processor. If you have a pastel machine, I'm going to use just the hand grater, okay? So carefully you remove the skin. And I have the grater. You see the grater had 2 sides. I'm gonna use the small one, and then I'm gonna grate the plantain. Now what we're going to do, already past an hour, I'm just moving the rice, and then I'm going to add the plantain in there. That's gonna make it taste like pasteles and give it a nice good flavor. Make sure you mix that up. And now time to make the pasteles. All right, in here I have my assembly table, and I have the meat, which I'm going to use pork, but you can use chicken. And I have my rice in this size. I have achiote oil. And the achiote oil, I have a video on how to make achiote oil. It does oil and color. The meat, like I said, which is pork, but you can use chicken. And the banana leaf and the string, pastel string, and the paper. When you go into Latino store, use that for pasteles, paper for pasteles. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna grab a piece of the leaf. This one, or this leaf, I already bought it frozen, because the place I live in Florida. I don't have, I'm pretty sure places they are, but I live, they don't, I can find it. But if you have those leaves, you can use those leaves from your yard, but make sure you pass it for fire first. And then the first thing you're going to do is make sure you put everything in order. That way you don't forget no steps. Because step number 1, you're going to need the achiote oil, which you're going to put like a tablespoon. Make sure you cover some of the plantain leaf. Now you're going to put the rice. I using a tablespoon. So it doesn't matter if you can do a big one, medium, or large. It doesn't matter. Whatever size you want to make it. But before, remember, the rice grow when you, because we're going to put this to a boil. So I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of rice and some of the meat. And now I'm going to put another tablespoon on top. Now, you flip them. And I'm going to use some of the paper for pasteles. I'm going to cut mine in half. I flip the corners. You can, you know, you're going to find a way to do it and, play with it, whatever, think is best. Just make sure it's covered completely because we're going to boil this. And we're going to boil this for approximately 45 to 1 hour, okay? We're going to add a little bit water to the water and boil it for 45 to 1 hour. So here is one. I'm going to make another one and then I'm going to show you how I put the string. Oil with color, the rice, meat, whatever stew you like, another tablespoon on top, flip them with a plantain or banana leaf, coat the corners. And a lot of people made this different ways, so you're just gonna find a way it's gonna work better for you. And then in the corner you flip them up and up, and now we're gonna put it together like this, and just look carefully the way I'm going to make or do the leaves. You're gonna grab a big long string. You're also gonna need a scissor. We're going to put it double like this. Try to open a little bit more, and then just go this part. Let me clean this table first. Hold on. And then you're going to grab this two and pass it through the hole. Then go long way. Flip the pasteles. Go around. And then go in the middle and make a no, whatever the name is. Don't press it too hard because the rice grow when you cook it, but not even loose. And here you have 2 rice pasteles. This is very easy to make. So I hope okay, let me show you how I'm gonna do. I have some boiling water. Gonna add my pasteles, and I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna add salt, and I'm gonna cook it for 1 hour. Okay, I'm gonna show you the final result. And here, 1 hour passed, and I'm gonna show you how the pasteles looks after 1 hour. And be careful because the steam can burn you. Okay. And in here, you have the final result. The rice is perfectly cooked and ready to enjoy. You can put some hot sauce if you like, or ketchup, or just eat it the way it is. I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, thumbs up. Thank you for watching.